Hey guys, it's Tuesday again. I just got like a pretty bad headache when I lay down to film this vlog, but I also just remembered that I have chocolate in the fridge, so like, you know, you've got some ups and some downs, and they all even out. This is like my midterm week, so I took my history midterm today, and I think it went pretty well. I was studying for a long time yesterday, and I was pretty nervous, but I think I did alright. And I had like my theater project to do for today, and then tomorrow I've got a communications test, and then Friday I've got a paper, a programming assignment. So yeah, and I also have to like pack and stuff because I'm going home on Saturday. So this week is kind of busy, like really busy, but it's good. It's going pretty well so far, so I'm glad about that. I don't really remember too much of what we talked about last week, but to respond to some things, Brent, yes, that's what I was saying about dining hall food. Like it's good, but it gets tiring. Pretty much exactly what you said. Like there's the same dinners over and over again. So I don't know. It just took me longer to get to that point, but I guess it makes sense that you would have gotten there faster because you were at school over the summer too. So that's just like a lot more time of eating dorm food. But yeah, and then I talked about class participation, and Catherine, when I talked to her online about this, she was like, dude, you go to a small liberal arts school, isn't the point class participation? Except I sounded kind of rude when I said it, and she didn't sound rude when she said it. But I don't know. I mean, yeah, it kind of is, but my rant was, I mean, it's slightly applicable to other classes, I guess, but it was mostly because it's my computer science class, and like I just don't feel that participation, like vocal participation, should be an active part of a class like that, or like a math class or a science class, pretty much. Like in language classes especially, I definitely think participation is important. I mean, especially since my classes are so small that everybody has that chance to participate. It's not like it's a huge class. So yeah, I mean, I am still reluctant to participate in other classes sometimes, but the rant was specifically tailored to my computer science class because I'm like, whatever, I can do the assignments, and that's the important part. Like, I don't know, I feel like we don't really have like discussions in computer science, so I feel like there's less chance for participation. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not gonna go on about this for 4 minutes like last time. What else? Oh, really exciting news. Yesterday I got to see Nick from the clarinet section because he was up here visiting family who live like 20 minutes away from me, which was awesome. So I didn't get to see him for too long because like I had class and he had other plans with his family, but he met up with me, and his grandparents took us and his cousin, who I met, out for lunch, and we went to like this Chinese buffet place, which was so good because my dining hall does have like an Asian food station, but it's really bad. Like I get the food sometimes. Sometimes the fried rice is alright, and like they have a few things that are alright, but generally just not high standards. So to have like real Chinese food was so nice, and it was a buffet, so I could have like a little bit of everything, and it was great. And one funny thing that happened was Nick's grandma was like, oh, you should go back and like get another plate, eat more, you're so skinny. And I was like, oh, but I'm full. And she was like, you need to eat more. And Nick was like, don't worry, she's been telling me that for years. Because, you know, he is so skinny. But yeah, I'm glad I got to see him before he goes to Japan for a long time. Yeah. Also, Brent, you talked a little bit about the weather, like you showed us the snow there. And that was funny because I was planning on talking about weather here. Because this weekend, especially, the weather, well, and yesterday too, the weather was just like crazy. Like it would snow for a few hours, and then get really sunny for a few hours, and then it would hail for a few hours, and it would snow for a few hours, and it was just ridiculous. So today I actually left from my classes wearing like 2 layers, like a shirt and a sweater, which was probably a bad idea. And I was like, huh. I hope it doesn't start snowing in the middle of one of my classes, and then I'm gonna have to like walk somewhere in the snow in like a light sweater. But luckily, it did not snow today, which was good because also I was in my flip-flops. But yeah, I don't think I have too much more to say except this story that I just have now. That didn't make sense. Anyway, so I was just eating dinner and like, I don't know, I got hungry like really early today, which was weird. And none of my friends wanted to eat dinner, so I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna go eat dinner now, and you guys can eat whenever. So I was eating by myself, and when I do that, I like to like sit down at a table that has a newspaper on it so I can look through, see if there's anything interesting. So I sit down, and the New York Times is open to like, I think it's the arts and entertainment section, I'm not even sure. And I look and I find this article. The story of a teenager's suicide quietly becomes a bestseller, and this is about that book that Catherine and I were talking about in our playground vlog. The suicide book, I think is what we called it. And yeah, it's just, I didn't realize it was such a big thing, but I guess it is. Like, they say that when Sunday's chapter book bestseller list is published, it's going to be number 3 on the list. So, you know, that's pretty cool. I was really surprised to see this. I was like, wait, I know that book. It was weird. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I hope that school is going well for everyone and stuff. And Brent, I'm sorry you don't get a spring break. Catherine, I hope you enjoyed your spring break. Neil and Sam, I hope you're looking forward to your spring breaks, and hopefully I'll be able to see you guys sometime at the beginning of your break / the end of mine, because that would be fun. I can never think of a good way to end my vlogs. I could try to be Neil and just say something stupid, but I don't know. I can't do it the way Neil does. So, oh, good story. So this isn't a story at all, but it's still good. So with like meal plans and everything, people say that the light meal plan is good for light eaters, but like only if you don't get stuff from the cafe a lot. So this month I've decided that I'm gonna like keep a tally of how many hot drinks I get. And so far, okay, today's the 10th, right? I've had 12 hot drinks this month, but I think the reason that it's not eating up my meal points is because usually I get tea instead of coffee, and that's a lot cheaper. So yeah, I have like all these different categories of like which cafe I got it from, or if I got it from the dining hall, and if it's like tea or coffee or cider or hot chocolate. So yeah, I'm compiling that data. I will let you guys know about the results because I'm sure you are very, very interested.